Thank you, Madam Chair. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jessica Lowe. She is the principal of Leon County's virtual school. As you remember, the board helped support the concept of Leon County going with a virtual school so that we could offer choices for our children, different choices. And Jessica's been working as a principal of that and also partnering with Florida Virtual and other virtual providers to provide virtual content to all the students in Leon County. Jessica.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. It's not often that you are allowed to come and brag about your school and all of the neat things that you're doing, but I will take this opportunity when I get it. Our school, when we started the program in 2009, we began with 47 enrollments, 47 parents that were willing to try a different route. And now we are serving almost 1,200 full-time and part-time students. That is as of this semester, so I expect with open enrollment that we currently have, we will be serving more students. What is it that we do? We offer programs for students in K through 12. So I say I'm a principal of 3 schools, K through 5, 6 through 8, and 9 through 12, full-time and part-time students. But mainly what we do is we offer a very hands-on approach to helping parents and students get through a difficult, health scenario, or that it's a class that's not offered at the traditional school. So really, we are a district service center, so we're an independent school, but we also act in partnership. For example, one of our local high schools needed a course that was a requirement for seniors, and we built them a course. So in January, they will launch their Math for College Readiness course. Also, one of the things that we do, because we have such a hands-on approach, is we developed a parent academy. It's been a very long time since some parents have been in the classroom, and virtual learning is very confusing for families that have a hard time navigating the computer. So one of the things I'm going to direct your attention to the screen is we've launched a parent academy. Oh. It's a how-to navigate the virtual school, and part of that is just really bringing in our stakeholders and helping communicate with them so that they can help their child be successful. That's one of the things that I'm most proud of our school. We have myself as a principal, Roxanne Riley, who is here in the audience tonight. We have 3 full-time teachers and 31 part-time teachers. And I feel like the hardest working teachers. We go out into the high schools and the middle schools, and we coach the students on their pacing. We help them if they get stuck on a certain module, which is it's like a unit of within their course. We coach parents through difficult situations when they're frustrated and what do I do? I feel like I'm on the phone with them all the time, but in the end, we build a lot of partnerships, we repair a lot of partnerships, and we really bring the stakeholders back. Another thing that we do is recently our district, with 5 other districts, developed a conference voluntarily, no cost to us. It took us a year to do, and we had our conference 2 weeks ago in Fort Myers, Florida. Lee County hosted. We had over 400 participants, teachers, which are virtual teachers, 47 districts, 47 district leaders, assistant superintendents, and it was a real opportunity for Leon County schools to provide some leadership in the virtual arena. And I just can't thank you enough for allowing us to participate and really helping other districts grow their virtual programs. We're set to launch another conference next year, and very, very, very excited about that. The last thing that I want to direct your attention to is the Bloxham building. And it's last but not least, if you'll see, you have a little packet here. And what we were able to do is we were able to build a blended model center, but also blended model classrooms that are a model classroom for the future. The traditional classroom, the way that seats and rows are organized, what we're doing is we're challenging those barriers and challenging the way that we engage students. And so what we're doing is allowing the students to come in and work on these projects. So it's not just virtual learning from home. They actually have these hands-on activities. So what I want to show you is our vision of the Bloxham, and I would love for you to come and visit. We also have field trips each month. 2 months ago, I thought maybe I'd get fired, but we took them ziplining, and it was quite entertaining. But we taught them about taking on new challenges and not to be fearful and to always have a lifeline. So I want to show you kind of the vision of this facility. One of the challenges that was given to me is to not spend any money, and I will tell you, everything that we have there has been donated. We have taken stuff from the state that they have thrown out. I have personally refinished our conference table myself on the weekend. So just keep on clicking through there. These are just some of the different ways that, we want to engage learners. Keep going. One of the neat things is that we're actually forming partnerships where people are donating. So the sharing tree is actually building a manipulative for our primary classroom. And Rickards High School, their art club, is painting a mural as they've been working on it to get their volunteer hours. So I'm excited about the finished product, so you'll have to come and see it. Keep going. And so in the end, this is kind of our literature, and we want to make sure that we keep the student at the center of our decision making. We want to make sure we model best practices with utilization of technology, and we want to use upcycled decor. That's the kind of new term on the cheap. Yeah, but we really I really have had a lot of support from you all, and we would not have a successful virtual program without your help. So I sincerely appreciate it.
Superintendent, yes.
Jessica, a couple things. I'm sure the board will have some questions. And again, we do thank the board for their support on this, because we kind of led the way in the state is getting out in front of this. A couple things I heard from parents that were real important from the beginning, and I just want you to touch on that, was even with Florida Virtual, there was some concern about the fact that they might have a great teacher in Miami, but they're in Tallahassee, and they don't get a chance to maybe meet with their teacher or get a chance to be around them or to do group activities.
Absolutely.
We've been able to hire Leon County schools, the teachers, to teach these, and also some of the group activities besides the zip line, but I know you do.
Yeah. Well, every Wednesday we have an open tutoring session for any student that wants to come in. We have our math, our language arts, our science teacher, social studies teacher. They are there. So if they have a bump in the road, they need some help, they can come in. And I believe the vision of this board was to really make the blocks of a community center, and that's what we intend to do to expand those offerings. We also go and meet with the kids in the community. For example, one of our instructors, he has a Starbucks blitz for his seniors. So every Saturday in December, he meets with them because sometimes they drag their feet. And so but his completion rate and the students' completion rate in the course is really, really good. So.
And so, I'm sorry, for those who might not have any idea at all what zip lining is, it is what?
Well, actually, the Junior Museum has a course that's above the trees. It's an obstacle course, and you're kind of hooked in, and everybody signed waivers, I promise.
Yes.
So,
We're going to take them ziplining on the border.
but some of our parents went too, and it was really interesting to see them in that arena and to kind of get to know us. And my parents are probably texting me right now. I see you on TV. Stop making that funny face. So, but any other questions?
Homeschool parents that are homeschooled, are we having, that was very important to me, to give them the opportunity to take a look. Have we had any success in going there?
Yes, we have. And in fact, we've seen a little bit of growth in the homeschool area most recently, and we've been able to be an opportunity for those students and be able to meet their needs. One of the beauties of having a local virtual school and staff is that we can help you with academic advising and college placement, or if it's a different post-secondary placement, we're able to kind of take the reins and help in that arena.
Good. Mr. Crumpler.
Yeah, I was just going to say real quick, in the essence of time, as your first presentation before the board as a principal, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And kudos to the superintendent for this appointment. I think this is just an example of the quality. I talk about people that have a servant's heart, and that you can see the passion. And even with obstacles and roadblocks, she's cutting edge. And I was able to visit the Bloxham in the last few weeks or month, and just a neat facility. So congratulations and good luck.
Well, thank you. very
Mr. Van
much.
Camp.
Thank you.
Yes, let me echo that also, and it's just delightful to know that you're at the helm of something that is the new frontier. You know, we'll look back many years from now and we'll thought, well, when did we start virtual education? You know, because it's going to become part of what we'll be doing. And so, you know, you'll be remembered as part of the
Absolutely.
frontier
I hope
group
so.
that led us on that. Just one quick question. In terms of the enrollment, the class requests, what is some of the most popular ones? What are you seeing that most of the kids are wanting? Is it pretty well across the board, or is it?
It is across the board. A lot of math and social studies and electives. We have a rich offering of electives. We have a lot of HOPE students that are enrolled in HOPE. We have several different blended labs within the different middle and high schools that are doing the HOPE. One of the things a lot of middle school students are taking the opportunity to do the high school credit and get their online graduation requirement at the same time, kind of do it at the same time. But yeah, it's across the board. I mean, our foreign languages are picking up, French, Latin. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Lewis Butler?
Yeah, I just want to echo about your graduation. Yeah, I was very excited to speak at your first graduation.
Yes,
So it's
yes,
good.
absolutely. It was at the top of the Capitol, and
Yes.
it was on the 22nd floor. And the students, there's a misconception that students can graduate from virtual school as a full-time student, and they can, absolutely. And in fact, many of them dual enroll and early admit. So we're real proud of them. So
Good.
thank you.
All right. Well, Jessica, we thank you for going where no one has gone before and being the pioneer and trailblazer for this wonderful technological classroom that you are and school that you have developed here for us. We appreciate your energy and your dedication,
Thank you.
and we know that you're the right person for the job, and we'll have you back sometimes next year to see if anybody else has been zip lining.
Well, I'm holding you to the February field trip.
Oh, all I need to do is zip line first, and nobody else will zip line. But
Madam Chair,
we'll do it. Ms. Rasmussen?
just real briefly, just to kudos to you. For any parent who may be listening, though, I just feel compelled to say that I think before I embarked on any sort of virtual education with my own children, I was warned it was parenting on steroids. So although Jessica and her staff do provide a lot of support, it is pretty intense for the parents who are involved. And so kudos to them, because the parental involvement piece
Absolutely.
is essential to both our physical traditional schools and also to
Yes.
to our virtual school.
Absolutely.
And then for anybody else who may not be familiar, I think we've hit on everything I'm about to say, but my point was that a lot of folks don't understand what we're doing here, and I think it's important to recognize that virtual school enables us to continue our arts programs so that students can take a choral program or be a part of a symphony orchestra or part of the marching band during the day, and then take a different class either at night or on the weekends and so forth on the virtual application. But also for students who are more advanced and want to be able to take things, don't you offer like Mandarin and languages that we
Yeah,
can't
AP
offer in the
physics, AP
right?
yeah,
the classes that
absolutely.
we can't offer at all of our high schools or any of our high schools in some cases. So for the students who are extraordinarily advanced, or for those who have makeup work to do to get caught up again, or maybe they have a family emergency in the middle of the semester and they need to do this work over the summer, it's a tremendous complement to our traditional education.
Yes,
And so for
absolutely.
the students who are homeschooling and want to graduate as a full-time virtual student, I think that's terrific. But for those who appreciate the experiential components of being on a campus and interacting, I think it can be a good blend. So
It is a good plan.
Absolutely.
Good blend. Thank you. And I believe you said that your assistant principal is here, Ms.
Yes.
Roxanne Riley. Stand, Ms. Riley. We appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you.
Work. We have our own set. We'll appreciate it. Our own set. We have a saw back there and a saw paper, and we go in.
Oh,
The Montfort Middle also helped us. The volleyball team
Yes.
came, and they painted
Wonderful.
on Sunday. I had 15 little girls.
okay.
A large experience.
Thank you. What collaboration. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, ladies.
Great.